Hello, welcome to Vcarve CNC. Today's project will be a geometric eye. I will take you through the steps in Vcarve from the start of design to the final cut. So let's get started. For a geometric eye, we're going to use a board that will be 12 inches by 12 inches and by 5/8 inches thick. We're going to start in the middle of the board. The geometric eye I saw on YouTube, the size was 90 centimeters, so we're going to make it 11.5 inches. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the circle, 0.00, diameter will be 11.5, create. Now, next we need to make a circle that's half that size, so enter 5.75, create. We want to do it twice, close. Now we're going to take one of the circles that we duplicated and lay it on the circumference of our large circle and the origin. To check it, use the magnifier to make sure you're there on the top of the circumference and at the origin. That's good. Next we're going to make a circle array. So you click the circle, you go to the circle array. Now before you continue, make sure the X and Y are at 0. I guarantee you're going to make a mistake when you're doing this. We want to have 36 copies. You click copy. And there you have a pretty nice design, but it's not what we're after. This drawing looks like we could machine it with almost hardly doing any more work. What we're going to do is resize our 5 3/4 inch circle to be 3 inches. Apply. Now we're going to select the whole drawing. We're going to Vcarve it with a 90-degree V-bit. We're going to ignore the errors. And we have a mess. That is not what we're after. So what else can we do? So what we're going to do next is delete this and do some changes. So first, our circle is intersecting the triangle, and that is what we want. What we have to do next is intersect all these other triangular pieces. We're going to start making circles starting from the origin to intersect the points where these lines intersect. What we're going to do is go to the create a line, and then we're going to touch these 2 points. Notice how the cursor gets bigger. Right now we're on X0, so Y is 1.9802. Write that down on a piece of paper. Go up again, wake it up. There it is, 2.881. Go up here, 3.6976. Go all the way up. You also have to get the ones off to the side, like right here. Here is 2.43, 3.28. Write all those down. To make our circles, we're going to create a new layer. Leave everything on. Go draw a circle. Change it to radius, because the numbers we wrote down were the radius. Then 1.9802, create. 2.43, and just work your way up. Just hit enter the radius, create, and work our way up. This chart contains the numbers you need for the radiuses for the circles in level 2. Off camera, I made a new level 2 with the circles from that chart, and I've also numbered each circle so we can keep track of the triangles, which will help later on to avoid problems. Now starts the fun but also frustrating phase of taking one triangle per area and doing another circle array so that we'll be able to do a Vcarve of the entire project. Now comes the fun but frustrating part of making pie-shaped pieces. Put your finger on the shift key and select these 3 circles. We're going to copy it to a new layer. We're going to make it active. Put your finger on the shift key. Take the scissors. Now I'm going to take this pie-shaped object. We're going to move it to a new layer. Layer 4. We're going to make it active. We're going to color it red. We're now going to do an array, circle array. It's ungrouped. Now we're going to validate it. There's a problem. What we're going to do is undo the circle array. We're going to reduce it to 97% of the sides. Do the circle array again. And now it works. Turn these layers off, go back, make one active. Now here's where the numbers come in place. We know we did this one array, so now we're going to do number 1. We're going to copy. And the reason we're copying is in case you make a mistake, you can go back and fix it. Make layer 3 active. Finger on the shift key. Now you can delete the 1. Circle array. This time it works. If you have a problem, reduce it 97% and run to see what happens. Now basically we're going to rinse and repeat all the rest of the way. When I did the second pie, I forgot to move it to level 4. You can tell there's 2 different colors. So basically I'm just going to copy this all, move to level 4. Now we're good. Now we rinse and repeat. I decided to do another layer for 3 things. 1, by having layer 4 red, you can see where you're starting, so you really don't need the numbers. 2, periodically save. And 3, I'll show you another problem. Give her a copy to level 3. Level 3 active. You can get rid of the 2. Notice when we did our vector cutting, it's open. So we just have to select this close it with a straight line. Do an array copy, or circle array copy. Problem. Go back. Reduce to 97%. Problem solved. Let's move it to layer 4. There we go. Then you can save it again if you want. Okay, here's another problem. I told you this project is frustrating. Copy to level 3. Make it active. I know it doesn't work already, so I'm going to reduce it to 97%. All working. We're going to move it to level 4. Bang, problem. The problem is you have to get really, really down into this to find it. They're just touching. The solution for this is to increase the outer layer by 100.2%. Okay, two ways of doing it quicker. First, we got to group this and make this 102% bigger. 0.2%. When you check it, before you move it to layer 4, check it with layer 3. It works now. Before you move it to layer 4. That way, it'll work, and when you validate it, you don't have to redo things, and then save it. We have one more piece to do. However, as we're slowly changing the sides to avoid problems, you can see why we have to. We're getting very close to the top. So if you want to do the last triangle or not, it's up to you. But we're really getting close to the top of the line. We are almost done. The only thing we could possibly do, if you wanted to, we could try this area down here, making sure they're all closed vectors. It's an interesting design. Right now I'm not going to do that. To show you how close we were every time we made the pie shape a little bit bigger, how close we are to the circumference of our circle. I mean, here's the line, there's the red line from level or layer 4. And level and layer to me are the same. If I confuse them, use them interchangeable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy the circumference of the circle to layer 3, which is basically empty right now. We're going to select all the pieces of pi. We're going to V-cut it. I have a flat area of 0.1. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. We're going to calculate it. There's one vector which I can't find. Notice it doesn't affect it. Now we're going to go to layer 2, or I'm sorry, layer 3. We're going to use an end mill. I'm going to cut out the outside. We're not going to use tabs. You can't use tabs. I'm not using tabs so I can show you what it looks like. Well, there is our finished product. Now, I machined it already. I'm not going to do it again, but basically I took a piece of wood a little bit over 12 inches by 12 inches, painted it black, let it dry for a day, put on my CNC machine and cut it out. So please leave your comments below and hopefully I'll do another video. Thank you. Bye.